just in case it's your first time kunisikiliza, mimi naitwa Pastor Boni Kieremi. I'm the GGV Teens Pastor.
Ukisema red flags, what does that person mean, or green flags?
Something glory, short mtu akisema red flag ni ile kitu ambayo unajiambia hii kitu huyu mtu nikikaa na yeye inakaa si kitu anafanya tu saizi. It is something that is inbuilt ambayo ataishi kukua nayo. Na hiyo red flag ukiona, of course inamaanisha you stop. Unaona kama pale ukienda kwa barabara, especially these the developed countries, kwa traffic light, kwa green red light unaambiwa stop, ngoje zingine zipite. So ukishaona red flag kwa mwenzako, kama amekukonga coffee mkidate mara ya kwanza, hii inakwambia it's a red flag, stop, retreat, go back, wait, ngoja green flag uone vile kunaenda. So green flag now zini kupea go ahead, you can move on, this person can change, this person has a slip of the tongue, so we won't be dealing with such things.
Wow. And I'll let you to elaborate more. What are some of these red flags that people often mistake kama green flags in a relationship, and then you'll tell us some of the green flags that you usually show people and say, yeah, this relationship is continuing.
Thank you, Glory. We take our topic. This being a Christian show, I read, as I was preparing the morning, I read a scripture from the book of, it's quite long, maybe you will not read, but I'll paraphrase, from the book of 2 Samuel chapter 13, from verse 1 to verse number 15. 2 Samuel chapter 13, verse 1 to verse number 15. You also read Genesis chapter number 4, from verse 8 and to verse number 7. Now, Glory, in the book of 2 Samuel, we see somebody called Amnon, who is a brother to Tamar. Tamar was the sister. Now, Amnon loved the sister, the love for, this is not a sister-brother love. The romantic love. Affectionate love that he didn't want him to sleep with the sister. Now, Amnon was like, I must sleep with my sister. You can just imagine. And the Bible says, verse 1, that Amnon loved. You can read for us verse 1, 2 Samuel 13, 1.
Okay, inasema, and Amnon became so obsessed with his sister Tamar. That is NIV version.
Good, with his sister Tamar. Now, Amnon was so obsessed with the sister Tamar. Now, let us start there from that verse. From verse 1, the first red flag that you see from a person is when someone is obsessed with you. Obsession is not love. Obsession is selfishness. The first red flag, you see, that guy did not genuinely love the sister, kama vile mimi nakupenda, ama kama vile napenda my sister. But the guy was obsessed. I love how NIV has brought it out. And Amnon was obsessed with his sister Tamar. So the first red flag you see in a relationship is obsession. And obsession and glory is whereby it reaches to a point you are in control. You want to be the one in control. It leads to control of emotions and actions. Obsession leans to control of emotions and actions. This person always want to control. They always want to be where you are. They always want to. They are too obsessed. If you maybe let's say you have called me and we are talking for 10 minutes, and your guy was calling, it's not going through, and then you are like, I was talking to to a friend of mine, to a colleague, Bonnie, something. This guy, because he is so obsessed, he always want to be in control. Now the Bible says, and Amnon was so obsessed with the sister Tamar. Anytime you see obsession in any relationship, including brother, sister, father, mother, siblings, colleagues, anywhere, anytime you see a place of obsession. Na unajua obsession, ndipo nasikianga wasichana wakisema huyu jamaa huwa ananifuata kila mahali. You see those things, like now, let's say in Glory, for example, let's say you are dating. I don't know if you are or if you are not, but let's assume you are dating someone. Maybe he works somewhere in the county or something, and then he always comes here to the radio to see you in your working place. He just want to come when you are working. He want to pick you in the evening. He want to bring you every time in church. He want to sit where you are sitting. What will you feel? You begin to feel you are bored, because he is taking your space. He is actually obsessed with you. That is not love. Obsession is selfishness. It is about me. What am I getting? Am I being satisfied when I'm with this person? One of the red flags that every relationship you must check is the place of obsession. Number 2 is isolation. Now there's a verse there in the same version. I've left my read for us verse number 5.
Verse number 5.
Reading verse number 5 as I check something.
All right. It says, go to bed and pretend to be ill. Jonadab
do verse number 8. Do verse number 8.
Okay, so Tamar went to the house of the brother Amnon, who was lying down. She took some dough, kneaded it, made the bread in his sight and baked it.
Continue.
Then she took the pan and served him the bread, but he refused to eat. Send everyone out of here.
Exactly. Send everyone out of here. Then
Amnon said. So everyone left him.
Now, another area of another thing that you see that is a red flag that looks like a green flag is the place of isolation. This person want to isolate you, and you know Amnon is telling Tamar, send everyone out of here. I want to be left with you alone. That one is a great red flag, the place of obsession, the place of isolation, the place of isolation. Now this guy, because he wants to sleep with the sister, anasema ambia wengine wote waende, nibaki mimi na peke yako. Anytime you see someone glory want to isolate you with your family members, want to isolate you with your brothers, want to isolate you with your church members, akiona mimi naongea na wewe ama tunatembea na wewe, anafeel vibaya, anataka uka-isolate from people that you value, people that you value ndi higher. That one is a red flag. It might look like angry, inakaa ni kama huyu mtu ni best, you see, ananijali, anataka tu kukaa na mimi peke yangu. You see, like Tamar angesikia bro anataka tu tukue mimi na yeye to spend time. It was looking kind of something good, but you can just imagine the motive of this man is to isolate so that he will distract, is to isolate so that he will destroy. Because as long as someone has isolated you from the people you value glory, this person will mess you up. Anytime you see a man isolating you from church, they will start kwani lazima uende service zote mbili, si watendi service moja, second service nilikuwa nataka kukupeleka Chuka ama tukua tuende Nairobi, I wanted us to just go for swimming. They begin to isolate you from the things you value in the higher. They begin to isolate you from the things you truly value. Lazima uende uone madhe every week. Mimi ulikuwa unaenda kuona wazazi wako every weekend. Lazima uende kuona wazazi wako every weekend. Si weekend tuende mahali fulani. Lazima uongeleshe, lazima ukipigiwa na mtu fulani, you always receive that call. Must you always invite your sisters to your house? But you have been doing it. But these guys wanaifanya ni kama it's because they ukiambiwa must you go to service, second service tuende swim, and you love swimming, inakaa kama kitu mzuri, but actually the person is isolating you. Like this person will now take advantage of you, and this one can feel romantic, but it is very dangerous. It is sometimes feel romantic, uko like, by the way, these guys has even come to pick me, from I won't even attend the service. Maybe mnakuanga na club ya job, maybe in the evening you meet somewhere. Must you always be with them? Can't we just take a hike out, both of us? When the place of isolation enters in any relationship glory, may it be romantic relationship or otherwise, hata kama ni family, hata ukiona your spouse, you are married na anaku isolate, hataki ukuwe na mbogi, hataki ukuwe na friends, hataki ufanye what you have been, anaku isolate from your immediate family members, anaku isolate from your own parent, then that one is very dangerous. Isolation is a tactic to control. It is also a tactic to control. They want you to depend only on them. Because when you see like now this guy is telling the sister, let everyone go. When everyone is not there, you can only depend on me. There is nobody else in the house. You see? So anytime a man is solitude. Now let us go back to another scripture. In the book of Genesis chapter number 4, read for us verse number 7. Genesis 4 verse number 7.
And asema, now Cain said, if you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door.
Verse number 8.
Verse number 8 inasema, now Cain said to his brother Abel, let's go out to the field.
Listen. Now Cain told his brother Abel, let us go out to the field. Tutoke kwa wazazi. These guys were at home. Everyone understands the story of Cain and Abel. Cain used the tactic of isolation so that he will be able to destroy. Cain tells his brother, bro, tufanye hivi, tutoke hivi tu, let us just walk. This is brother relationship. Let us just walk. And these guys, as they are walking, the tactic of this guy was to destroy Abel. And one day Cain suggested to his brother, let's go out onto the field. And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. You know, it is a tactic. Anytime you see isolation glory, anytime unataka tuende peke yetu, tusiende na hawa, tusikae na hawa, usiongeleshe huyu, anataka isolate from your immediate friends, then you are ready for distraction. You are ready. That person will definitely bring you down. As long as there is the place of isolation glory, you can never go far, you can never achieve a lot when the place of isolation enters in any relationship. Can we take the other one? Point number 3. Anyone who does not like to apologize, anyone who does not apologize, they always act victim. Maybe anyone does not always want to apologize, they always act victim. They always act victim. Can you go back to Tamar?
Yes.
Can you go back to Tamar, because we saying this is a church radio, so we must base our story on Christ, on the Bible. Let me check there. Go verse number 15.
It says, then Amnon hated her with intense hatred. In fact, he hated her more than he had loved her. Amnon said to her, get up and get out.
Get up and get out. Number 16, verse 16.
Verse 16, asema, no, she said to him, sending me away will be a greater wrong than what you have already done to me. But he refused to listen to her. He called his personal servant and said, get this woman out of my sight, and bolted the door after her.
You can just imagine, the guy was not even apologetic. The man would not even apologize. He started acting victim. You know, by calling his assistants guy, he was trying to act victim. Ananimimi anaumiza. You know, he was just acting, I'm the one in trouble. I'm the one in problem. Anytime glory you are in any relationship, when the person act a victim, he always akikukosea anaipeleka hivi, anaitwist, inarudi kwako, ni wewe umemkosea. Unacheki na niye amekufanyia kitu mbaya, niye mimbi hata niye alikuwa na cheat, mimbi hata umeona text messages ako like, oh wewe sasa unachukuanga simu yangu nini, you know, anaitwist, then sasa inarudi eventually kwako. That one is, it might look a green flag. It might look this person is always a victim, you know, haka nikabro, you know, ama nikasis, you know, nikapole. But that person, any person who does not apologize, that person is always, it is a problematic. And this person, that one is a great red flag. As long as this person always wants to act victim glory, you always want to act the one who has been wronged. Yeah, amekosewa kila wakati. Yeah, akosangi, yeah, amekosewa. Na akikosa, hataki kuapologize, anataka kuitusti alete kwako. Anaweza kaa kama ni mtu mzuri, anaweza kaa kama ni mtu mwenye ana makosa, because glory, eventually people will always hear the side of the story of that person. And that person will always, huyu mwanamke, huyu jamaa, huyu mwanaume, you know, huyu ndiye alinifanyia, huyu ndiye alinikosea. Because of that, now people will always sideline with you. They will send off the other person. But the truth of the matter is, you are a person who always want to act victim, but you are always the person who is on wrong. That person is a dangerous person. Any man who does not apologize, any woman who does not apologize in any relationship, no matter how victim they act, no matter how good they look like, it is a great red flag. Maybe the last one for now, or maybe the second last. Anyone whose words and action don't match. Anyone whose words and action do not match. Anybody whose words and action do not match. You know, Amnon tells the father, David, the first verse is there. Maybe you read that story. And Amnon tells the father, Daddy, I am sick. please send my sister to cook for me, Tamar. Only my sister to come and cook for me. I only want to eat my sister's food and then we'll be okay. But this guy, the ones who are not matching the action, actually in bad intentions. Anytime you see someone, this person always tells you wewe nitakuoa tu, but unasikianga tu story twingine na huko. Anakuambianga tu vitu, but anything this person tells you, they don't match the action. They always lie. Kuna tuongo mahali. Unapata kuna kauongo hapa, kuna kauongo pale. Ukijaribu kuconnect dot, kuna tuongo kadhaa kwa kadhaa amekuongelesha. Wanzi zake azimatch. Anakuambia mimi nilikuwa naongea na person Y, lakini Rita alikuwa anaongea na boyfriend 2. You know, anakuambia mimi nilikuwa maybe, you know, I had gone to Kobo, maybe this person had gone to Maua. Ukianza kusikia huyo mtu wanzi zake azimatch the action, uko na evidence ya kitu amefanya, but they always don't tell you the truth. Their ones don't match their action. They promise you things that they don't fulfill. Anakuambia nitakupeleka mahali, hiyo siku ikifika anajifanya atakuwa anakumbuka. Bro, ukiingia kwa marriage atakutenda. Unacheki. So if someone always promises, always speaks and loves to speak a lot, look at our politicians, sorry to say. They will give us a million promises. Like now, all the roads will be made. Every household will have electricity. We will have food in every school. Even private schools will be paid for school fees. Anything will be spoken. But then, will the ones match the action? Will they do what they are promised? Because as long as glory the ones of this person, number, when you are dating, they didn't match the action. Do you think they'll match the action when you get married? They won't. If this person term 1 did not do as this person promised, should we give you term 2? You won't fulfill those promises. Sasa kama wakati wa dating peke yake, hizo promises zote ulikuwa umetupea hukuweza kuzifikisha glory, that tells me it is a red flag. I should not believe any man whose ones don't match their action. Maybe the last one for now. Anyone who pretends to be giving you space, but they are keeping off from you because you have a challenge. Anyone who pretends to be giving you space, but they are keeping you off because you have a challenge. They pretend to be giving you space. Now, after Amnon slept with the sister, anamwambia nini? Go. You know, go away. Na hiyo mlango ifungwe. They are actually pretending to give you space. Now, listen. Genesis chapter 4. Read for us verse number 9.
Verse number 9 asema, then the Lord said to Cain, where is your brother Abel? I don't know, he replied. Am I my brother's keeper?
Now listen to how it is responding to God. Am I my brother's keeper? It actually means I have given my brother space. I don't need to be. I'm not in his life. Can't I give him life? Can't I give him space? You see. So this guy is like, am I my brother's keeper? He has his life. He has his family. He has his. You know. Sometimes and you know he already knew what he has already done. So any woman you see that pretends to give you space, but these people, they are giving you space because you have a challenge. Then this person is actually showing a great red flag. You see, this one might look a green flag. Aina shida. Okay, Mungu angesema maybe jamaa anataka kupea brother yake space. It's because he was God and he knew. But kama ni human being, angesema huyu ashughulikange mambo za watu. Huyu mtu ni introvert. Ashughulikange na stories za watu. Huyu mtu anafanyanga kila mtu mind your own business. You see, it's like telling God, me I mind my own business. I don't nini. So when you are dating someone and you have a challenge, you have a situation that this person needed to be there, and this person is literally on there. They are like, hey, wacha tu hajakuwa kiniongelesha for a period of time, I want to give them space. They pretend to be giving you space, but they are literally avoiding you. It is a great red flag. Ukiona mtu anakupea wakati glory, mimi niko na challenge, I'm expecting you actually even to always be in my life. Sometimes I may not even be able to open up, but there is a way you push and push and pull and push and pull until I'm able to open up, because you are my friend. But as long as you are always giving me space, it might look as a green flag. It might look as if you are giving me space, but for sincerely speaking, it is a great red flag.
A great red flag.
Those are our 5 points for today.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Now there is a question here, but before that, kuna hii, hebu tueleze vizuri, because when you pass na una relate na ma youth sana, hao watu ambao wanakuja na kuambia God told me that you are mine. I actually dreamt us doing a very big wedding. God showed me about you, but hakuonyesha huyu mwingine.
Yes.
How do you go about that? Is it a red flag? Is it a green flag? Because this one, it is taking over.
That one is on point one. That one is obsession. That one is obsession, Glory. Because let me tell you, Glory. Most probably tonight, let's say we spend with you a lot of time here. I might tend even to umeona kale kamim kana training kanasema ukilala na ukiumelala kitanda moja na watu wa makanga tumagera nasikia weka tatu, you know. That person you might even think he has his own Nissans and buses in the stage, but he doesn't have any. So, Glory, when I love someone, I might, if I'm not careful, I might tend to be obsessed with someone. And let me tell you, Glory, I end some few points here on my takeaways. Okay. On my takeaways, number one, guard your heart with all diligence. Glory, if you guard your heart, guard your heart with, you remember Proverbs chapter 4 verse number 23, guard your heart with all the, for out of it flows the issues of life. Glory, if I'm guarding my heart, I will know if the Lord truly spoke to you or he didn't speak to you. It is true, God can speak to one before he speaks to the other. But then, hata kama Mungu amekuongelesha na hajaniongelesha, there is an emotion. Even before I hear the voice, how many people here are God about marriage? How many truly hear physical sound of God, voice of God? Few. Like me, I didn't hear any. But there is an emotional connection, attachment. When you see this person, there's a way you feel you are able to flow, you're able to discuss things, you're able to move life. There's a way, there's a smoothness. Kuna flow. Vitu zina flow. You don't even, hamwezi kaa hivi mnyamaziane. Kama mimi tukikana nimo kwa kitanda, kwa barabara, kwa njia, I've been dropping out to job and we'll sit in the car for 30 minutes when you have been with her from home, because there is a way it is flowing. But if I'm with a stranger, abata nauliza atashuka saa ngapi, because hatuna connection. Glory, it is true God can speak to one before he speaks to the other. But I'm telling you, if you have guarded your heart with all diligence, you know. And my point 2 take home inakaribia hiyo. Is depend on God through discerning spirit. Depend on God through discerning. Have a discerning spirit. Glory, hata before nisikie Mungu, niko na discerning spirit. Una discern. Kuna vile Glory ukiona mtu saizi, hata before ukati unaweza jiambia, this guy is a good guy. This guy is a good guy. Na kuna mwingine amevaa vizuri, amevaa suit, amesoma, ako na gari, ako sawa, ako na maisha mzuri. Hata ako na maisha mzuri kuliko mwenye umesema is a good guy. But there is no attachment completely. Your spirit is not connected to him, because unless if that person is not born again. But as long as you're born again, depend on God through discerning spirit. Have a discerning spirit, ujiambie, it is not about the obsession. Hata kama uko obsessed na mimi, let me listen to my spirit man. Let me listen to my spirit man. And I think my takeaway number 3 is have people and mentors that you can trust and share with. Have people and mentors you can trust and share with. Kuna vile unaweza kuja kwangu niambie, boni person 1 and 2 alikuwa ananikatia niambia this and that. Have people that you can trust. Then mimi naweza kukusaidia kusikiza Mungu basi. Kama kapsu unasikia ujitrust, hauko sure about it, I can sincerely, because in the council of 2, 3, God will always be there. So I believe that is my takeaway about obsession, Glory. If God speaks to one, he might not speak to the other immediately, but have the discerning spirit, guard your heart, and then have a person you can talk to.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, as we are concluding, because you've touched on controlling, now there's a question. Can someone be caring and still be controlling? What does it look like?
Very much. Actually, those people who look like caring, many of them, they are controlling. And you know what they do? They even first tell you, leave your job, I'll provide everything. I'll provide everything. Unalipangwa mshahara ngapi yako kwa radio, waambie unalipwa 30k. Mimi every month nakupea 45,000. You see, and what happens? Umeacha job, umeenda home, ni ukweli atakupea 45,000. Kenyan shillings, then na yeye anakuja kwa home time anataka atakuwa na wanawake wengine, na ukimuuliza ako like, nini sikupei kwa nyumba, nini upatangi kwa nyumba, hadi nakulipa, you see, nakulipa kama bibi yangu. And then eventually huyo mtu atakosa kukuja na you want to do any, akikosa kukuja anakuambia sina kutafutia mshahara yako. They are providing. Imesema providing. They are caring, they are caring, but they are controlling. They control you, they control your emotion, they control your time. Ukitaka kwenda mahali, if you want to go anywhere, you have to call them, because para kwa controlling tulisema, these people, they always want you to depend on them. They always want you to depend on them. Hata hiyo mshahara anaweza kuwa anakuambia ndio unaniombanga mwezi ikifika kona date 15, so after on 10th nakupea kidogo, on 20th nakupea kidogo, on 30th unajua anataka every time depend na yeye, because on 10th lazima ufanyie vitu mzuri. On 20th, because you must spend maybe the amount ulikuwa umepewa between 11 to 10 to 19th, lazima mfanyie vitu mzuri, because they always want you to depend on them. Akienda Nairobi, you are calling him, they always want you to depend. Ukitoka arafu sasa maybe anaweza nunua gari moja na make sure you can drive. I make sure either amekutafutia driver ama ni yeye unaita, because they look caring but they are controlling. It is possible for someone to look caring but they are controlling.
Wow. Now lastly, is jealousy ever a sign that someone really cares?
Is jealousy ever a sign that someone really cares about you in a relationship? Yes and no. You see, even God is called a jealous God.
A jealous God, yeah. Hataki uabudu Mungu
mwingine. Yeah, so it is okay to have positive jealous. Ile jealousy yenye like singependa kusikia mtu wangu akona mtu mwingine. You know, read the question again so that I'll be able to connect.
Is jealousy ever a sign that someone really
cares? Yeah, it can look, but also it can also be a sign of isolation. You see, when someone is jealous, they might easily isolate you, because mimi stacking glory kumuona na kijana fulani na namdate, so niko na jealous, so every time nitakwambia sitakangi kukuona na ule jamaa, sitakangi kukuona, because jealous will bring out to isolation. You know, like us now, God has isolated us from the kingdom of darkness and from the world. If you are born again, you are isolated from hakuna kukunywa pombe, hakuna kufanya vitu sharati nini. He has literally isolated us because he loves us genuinely. It is because he says, I am jealous with you. You know, I just love you. I just want you alone. Now, glory, when someone in the context of now relationships, when someone is as jealous, they might isolate you if you are not careful. But also then someone can have positive jealous, whereby it's just because I want, you know, this is my man, this is my girl, I just want to see you around and all that. So it might be, it might not be, depends on your person. Na hapo ndipo utakuwa careful pia, ndio mtu wako asiku isolate out of jealous. Asiku isolate, asikufanya usiongee na brother yako, asikufanya kama unatumianga mamako 2000 every month, akuwe jealous na hiyo 2000, akwambie kama unatumia mamako every month, hiyo pesa tutanunulia school fees nini tunaweza ongezea. So isolation, jealousy inaweza lead to isolation, na later it might also be a great red flag.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for creating time to be here. I know ungekuwa mahali kwingine, but you have chosen to be here. Maybe next time you shall talk to us more about genuine love and emotional dependency. Because there are people who emotionally depend on people but they don't love them. Thank you so much. Of course.